to today's video. We are going to be talking about the Breville Creatista Plus. Creatista? Creatista? That machine right over there. I feel like I just can't say that word right. So Creatista, I'm just gonna roll with it. This bad boy retails for $650. Like, that is a pricey little machine. If you're curious whether or not I think it's worth $650, stick around to the end. I'll let you know my opinions. Before I go any further, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. It would mean so much. I'm really working on upping my quality of my content, doing some more fun videos like these coffee videos. So if that interests you at all, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. Let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful machine. I am not a coffee snob. I love Starbucks. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just a coffee lover. I'm a mom who is absolutely addicted to caffeine and all things delicious coffee. So if you missed my last coffee review, I reviewed Amazon's Breville espresso machine. It was $99. Inflation did its thing and now it's like $140, but it's still a very, very, very inexpensive machine. So go check out that video if that interests you, if you're looking for a manual espresso machine. But today we're gonna be talking about a Nespresso. How convenient. All right, so jumping right in, the first thing I want to note is just how beautiful this machine is. It is very aesthetically pleasing. I feel like it looks sleek and modern. It's not huge and bulky, but it packs a very powerful punch. And it's just an all-around very pretty machine. Most of the machine is very high quality, but a lot of the front is like chrome plated plastic, which cheapens it a little bit, but also I'd be scared to see the price tag if it was all metal. I'm sure they're just trying to save costs, but that is something to note. If you are kind of a neat freak about your kitchen, maybe a little OCD, the stainless steel machine might not be for you. It shows every fingerprint, smudge, every time you've even looked in its direction, you put a smudge on it. So just forewarning you, maybe go with like the sea salt or a different color of this machine if that's something you think will bug you, because low-key it kind of bugs me, but it is what it is. Going along with the pros, so part of that $650 price tag is because it's Nespresso. Nespresso, you pay for the convenience. I would say most people don't want to grind their coffee every morning, put it in their basket, dust it off, tamper it just right, clean all those parts after you're done. Like, most people want like the Keurig convenience, but with a better taste or maybe some more options. So you're definitely paying for the convenience, but convenient it is. This machine is very smart. So it has all of the presets for a ristretto, espresso, latte, cappuccino, a lungo shot. Like, it has all of these settings and they're all customizable. It's all very, very user-friendly. And also I feel like a huge bonus to this is if you're not super knowledgeable like myself about exactly what temperature milk, texture milk goes with all these different types of macchiatos and lattes and cappuccinos, all of those settings are automatically in there for you. So when you click on latte and you start pulling your shot of Nespresso, it automatically pulls up the milk setting right afterwards. So there's no thought that goes into it. It already knows what texture of milk goes with a latte. And then if you want to adjust your milk temperature or the amount of foam or anything like that, you can do that manually, but it just automatically pops up right for you. Like, very, very, very convenient. Another pro is the steam wand is actually, it has a little temperature probe in it. So that's how it monitors the temperature of your milk. And if you set it at ideal, it will prevent you from scalding your milk. So it keeps it under 180, 185 degrees if you keep it at that ideal setting. The steam wand is the bomb. Like, it is the bomb. I've never been able to get a whirlpool situation going on in my milk pitcher when I'm frothing my milk with my other machine. It's too short, it's too little. There's very little control or like maneuverability with that short of a wand. This wand is amazing. Like, I love it. You can get such good milk texture with this machine and with this wand. Like that is a big perk to this, is it's so easy to get incredible milk texture. You can absolutely do latte art with the milk you can produce from this machine. So if you're interested in making latte art, that is a big bonus. Some people complain that the coffee is not hot enough, and I guess if you're not doing like a latte or a cappuccino or adding any milk into it, I could see where that would be the issue. But once you're adding that like super hot frothed milk in there, like it really doesn't matter if your shot's cooled off a little bit. Also, if you're curious, there is also a Creatista Pro. That machine is designed and made so that you can pull your espresso shot and froth your milk at the exact same time, which in theory sounds amazing. But I've also read quite a few reviews about people having like voltage issues. So like blowing their fuse and all kinds of crazy stuff when they're trying to do both at the same time. So that's something worth noting, that even though you paid that heavier price tag for that one key feature, it might kind of short out on you. So just be wary. For me personally, it's not a big deal to not be able to pull my shot and do my milk at the same time, so it doesn't really bug me. Another great pro about the steam wand is it automatically purges water at the end of every use. So once you lift that spout and set it back down, it automatically cleans the inside of your wand and purges any nasty milk that might have been like caught up in the middle of it. So that's super handy. You just need to have like a damp towel to wipe the outside of the wand down with. And same with any espresso machine or frother or whatever. You want to do that like pretty much immediately before that milk hardens, because it's just going to be way harder to clean. It also has a great sized water tank. I don't know if this means as much to you guys as it does to me, but I cannot stand having a coffee machine that I have to refill the water tank like every day. This thing, it'll last me several days without having to refill the water tank, which I personally think is a great perk. But I do want to go on just a really short tangent about your water quality. You really want to use with any coffee machine a distilled purified water. Tap water or even some RO water has a lot of minerals in it, and that can do a little bit of damage over time in your water tank and also to your needle of your Nespresso. So Nespresso actually recommends like opening where you put the pod in and leaving that open after every use. Those minerals can drip down your needle and harden over time, and it just is yucky and gross. It's hard to clean. It can start to affect like the strength of your coffee, the taste, the flavor. Just make sure you're using a good distilled high quality water and you're opening up that little pod chamber after every use and letting it breathe and dry out. And then they recommend like descaling it every 6 months. It tells you exactly how to do it. It's very simple. So I'll leave that link down below if you're curious. Okay, last thing about water. If you're going out of town or you're leaving your machine for like an extended period of time, empty it out. Empty that water out. Leave your tank kind of cracked open so it dries out. You don't want just like stagnant water sitting in your tank. Ew, like gross. Definitely make sure you have a nice dry vented water tank if you're going to be leaving your machine for an extended period of time. This machine also has the cutest little drawer that your Nespresso pods drop into. So after every use, once you open it up to let that needle breathe, your little pod drops into like a little drawer, and then you just click it and pop it out and dump it, which you should be doing at the end of every day as Nespresso recommends. I'm not gonna lie and say I remember to do that every day, but I do it as often as I remember to, and I also rinse out that little drawer because there is some drippings that collect in there. So just to keep it nice and clean, empty that little drawer every day. And it also has this cutest little like step stool so that your shot of Nespresso isn't like splashing around or falling from too high, but it's very cute. Very, very cute. All right, there you have it. Those are my pros and cons. Now, what we're all wondering, is this machine worth $650? In my personal opinion, if you're not interested in learning how to do latte art or being able to do latte art, And if you're not interested in making like hot coffees, I would say this machine is not worth the price tag. You can absolutely get a different Nespresso machine that doesn't have the milk settings and all of that, like the Verturo. It just has an espresso pod, and you pull your shot of coffee and you can add it to your iced coffees. Like if you're not interested in hot coffees, like do not buy this machine. I mean, unless you're just loaded and you think it's pretty, like go for it. But if you're really trying to get the most bang for your buck, I would not recommend this machine for iced coffee lovers. But if you are interested in latte art, lattes, cappuccinos, different kinds of hot coffee drinks, I think this is an amazing machine. I think it is super user friendly. It would be great for beginners like myself. I just feel like this machine, $650 is a hefty price tag. Again, like I said, you're paying for the convenience of Nespresso. It's a beautiful machine. Nespresso is known for like their customer service. So if your steam wand starts malfunctioning, call customer service. When you buy your machine, register it through Nespresso. I personally haven't had to contact customer service. I haven't had any issues or questions, but in my research for this video, so many people have talked about how wonderful Nespresso's customer service is, and that they've gotten machines replaced 1 time, 2 times, like the same machine. So it seems like they really, really care about their customers and they care about their machines. So I feel like that's another big bonus. You're not gonna buy this machine and then just be in the dark, out $650. Maybe the buttons aren't working, the screen goes out, like whatever the case may be, you'll be able to get that help. So that is a big bonus, and maybe a reason to buy directly through Breville or Nespresso. So all things to consider. If you're on the New Year's resolution, which if you missed that video, I'll link it too. I'm trying to limit my Starbucks. If you're into the coffee content, you don't want to miss my next video. I'm gonna be recreating my favorite Starbucks drink. If you're a brown sugar girly or boy, you know the addiction that is a brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk. And it's so incredibly easy. I will show you how to make the syrup, the whole gig. Also gonna have a couple different recipes that I have been working on just to up your at-home coffee game. So you don't wanna miss that video. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload next. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.